It's time for a new video. Sorry, been watching UFC this weekend. Hey, what's up? Husman here, and in today's video I'm gonna dive with you all into Serum, and we're gonna make a really cool complex sounding bass, and I'm also gonna teach you some tips and tricks where you can use some macros to make some small modulations for easy changing of the sound whenever you are working on a new track. Right, so I got Serum open right now. I got an empty patch loaded up, which is just simple init sound, and what we're basically gonna do today, we're gonna combine a simple oscillator with a complex oscillator. So the first one we're gonna look for, I really like this. It doesn't really matter that much, but we're gonna go for a simple one. It's just 3 ones between a saw and a triangle. It's just a simple sound. Now the other one, we're gonna use a more complex one, which is more of a spectral one. I really like the Reese ones because they have a lot of texture. And what you can do with Serum is really cool. You can blend, you might already know this, blend between the different positions in time of the oscillator using the position module. And it sounds like this. And this is really cool because we can automate this, we can play around with this, we can put this, I at least love to do, put this into an LFO. So we can simply slide the LFO towards the position, and now this curve is being applied to this oscillator, and also here's the timing you can see. So for a quarter note it goes up and down 2 times actually. So let's make it a little bit of a wobble, and I'm putting on a trigger so it only triggers when I apply the note. So here you can set how much the minimum and the maximum value is, but we're not going to play around with that just yet, because what we're now going to do, we're going to also introduce the main oscillator, the simple one. So what we're then going to do, we're going to apply some frequency modulation here, and when we apply this straight away it will sound really harsh. So we're going to gradually introduce this as well. And put it on trigger as well. It just gives a little bit of a crunch in this one, which I really like. And we can play around with some filter if you want. Let's put it on LFO 3. Trigger again. And the cool thing with Serum is now we got this kind of sound, right? But we can also just switch around the oscillator, the wavetables in oscillator 2 for example. As you can hear with this one, actually the FM modulation is much more subtle in the mix because it blends in a way much better. What we can do is add some effects, for instance like some hyper effects. Do the same thing, just make another LFO and just play around with it until you get something which you think works really well. I like it when the hyper effect, the detuning effect is coming up and going down. And you can even make this one a little bit longer, so first half you don't do it, and then the second one you do it. If I get another, I am not, yeah. So you can see there's a lot of possibilities with that, and we won't go into all the details. I want to give you an example to explore for yourself. It's so easy to just play around with different values. And one final thing that I want to teach you about this way of working is that you can also, next to dragging LFOs or envelopes towards the different parameters, you can also put them into a macro. So we can actually just, for instance, the position of the oscillator B, we now have it standing here, but we can set the begin point and change it with the macro, for instance. And that's just a great way to introduce different kinds of happy accident into your mix. You can even give it a name, make it cooler. And that's basically how you can make a really cool sound in Serum. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really like to create basses in Serum myself. I think it's a really awesome tool. If you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. I also have a Patreon where you can get some cool stuff every month and support me along the way. Much appreciated. But that's all for me this video. Really hope you're having an awesome week and I'll see you all on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.